Hello everyone, I'm Tavi The Hempman, and today I want to share with you information on CBD, cannabidiol. I don't know if you come across it before, if you've ever used it before, but CBD is an extract from the hemp plant. The name of the plant is Cannabis sativa. It's a strain of cannabis that is not capable of producing THC, the chemical that is psychoactive, but it creates a lot of CBD, cannabidiol. And this plant extract is one of 113 different molecules present in the hemp plant, the industrial hemp. We used to grow industrial hemp for clothing, for animal bedding, and for 70 years we've had a ban, a legal ban on most things cannabis. It's great to see that the science, the medicine, and the well-being intended people are looking into the plant because CBD has tremendous health benefits. My name is Tavi, Tavi The Hempman. This is how I recommend myself in England. I'm a Romanian-born chap. I lived in England for 20 years. And my name is Octavian Vasilescu. I've been selling and promoting the benefits of CBD for the past 4 years. I had a shop in Doncaster in the market. I had a retail unit in Doncaster French Gate, a shopping center. And today I am the director of Herbastore. Herbastore.uk is my website, and it's an online shop with the best organic CBD oils, turmeric oils, and other essential oils. You will find at herbastore.uk, you'll find turmeric, ginseng, ginger, lavender, a variety of organic essential oils. Cannabis is medicine. It's not me saying that. They are qualified doctors, MDs. And America, the US, is many years ahead of the UK and Europe on confirming the benefits to health, healing, and well-being. UK is quite a few years behind. I remember, because I'm a member of the Cannabis Association, I remember qualified specialists inviting GPs in England to take a course to update their knowledge on the benefits of cannabis and CBD and hemp oils. I remember in one of the emails that 9,000 GPs have been invited to courses online or face-to-face, and up to now 200 GPs in UK have accepted to be students on this new topic. Let me tell you a brief history of the science of CBD, what we know about CBD. In the 60s, a professor, a biochemistry professor in Tel Aviv, in the university in Israel, Professor Mechoulam, in the 60s, he had the green light to study the plant. Across the world, cannabis was illegal in the 30s, but this Professor Mechoulam in Tel Aviv University was allowed to study the plant. He had access to all the cannabis strains, high in THC, low in THC, marijuana, or just hemp. And throughout the 60s, Professor Mechoulam identified 113 different molecules. CBD stands for cannabidiol. THC, it's another component in these plants, is the psychoactive one and illegal in UK, stands for tetrahydrocannabidiol. Then you will find cannachromine, CBG, CBGA, CBDV, 130 different molecules. So in the 60s and 70s, Professor Mechoulam identified the different components of the hemp plant. That was very useful to identify that only THC is the psychoactive chemical in the plant. All the others are not psychoactive, but they affect our body in different ways. Then, in the 80s and in the 90s, Professor Mechoulam, with a team of scientists around him, worked out how these compounds, these chemicals in the hemp plant, how they affect our body. And that really led to the discovery of a new system in our body, the endocannabinoid system, ECS. This is quite new to many people, but you see, if you're my age, in school, if you remember, you would have learned in biology about our cardiovascular system, made by the heart and arteries and veins and capillaries. Then you would have learned in school about the skeletal system, all the bones in our body. And then you would have learned the muscular system, all the muscles in our body. That's what we were taught. That's what we know, that's general knowledge, and it's taught in schools to children. Then we discovered this endocannabinoid system. And this endocannabinoid system has a series of receptors throughout the body that react to cannabinoids, to these chemicals called cannabinoids. Our body creates two cannabinoids, endocannabinoids. Anandamide is a molecule that our own body creates, and another one, 2A for alpha, G for George. 2AG, it's another cannabinoid that our own body creates for a better functions of our body. Now, they are endocannabinoids, and we have two in our own body. And then we can find these phytocannabinoids, P-H-I-T-O, phytocannabinoids from the plant, cannabinoids from the plant. And they act on our body on the same receptors. So CBD is a plant cannabinoid that now we learn that if we use it as a food supplement, it will interact with different receptors throughout our body. We learn that the CBD is not psychoactive, it doesn't alter your mind, but throughout our body, it interacts with receptors in the heart, in the stomach, in the liver, in the pancreas, throughout our body, but not on the brain. This is very important because it helps our body modulate. It helps our body respond better to the normal functions of our body. You should really think and realize and remind yourself that our body knows how to repair itself. Our body knows how to fight disease and how to heal. Adding cannabinoids to our system as a food supplement, it helps our own body respond better to disease, to illness, to trauma. And this endocannabinoid system, it's something that the researchers know quite a lot. Since the 90s, 30 years in, this science, it's quite profound, it's quite detailed. But that's also true that if you are a medical student today, in 2021, you're still not learning about the endocannabinoid system. So you have to realize that this science is relatively new, and it will take quite some time to trickle down for even our doctors or medical students to be taught about it, to be trained in the endocannabinoid medicine, if there's such a thing. Okay? So at the moment, I will want to share with you the information I know as CBD and CBD oils as food supplements. In the UK, they are legal products, CBD oils, as long as the THC, the psychoactive, is below 0.2%, which is very, very low. Make sure that it's not psychoactive. So some of my products with Herbastor, well, all my products with Herbastor are legal and compliant, and for that they have to have below 0.2% THC. CBD can be consumed in more than one way. You will find CBD oils like a tincture, drops. It's recommended to use them under the tongue. Using CBD oil drops under the tongue, you have larger capillaries under the tongue and it enters your body quicker, more effective, with less of it being wasted. You could drink CBD oil, but the digestion will destroy 60 to 70% the stomach acids. You could eat edibles. You have these days CBD gummies. You can have CBD cookies. And once it's processed in the liver, it enters your bloodstream and you will benefit from the CBD that way. You can have capsules for the same idea of ingesting CBD. It's processed in the digestion, then processed for the second time in the liver, but you lose quite a lot of the active, the good stuff of the CBD. You can vape CBD. You can have CBD flavored vapes, flavored vapes with added CBD. You can have CBD added instead of nicotine to the vape. It works because once you inhale, the effect, the onset of the CBD in your body is quite quick. If you vape, the CBD is active in your body within 2 to 3 minutes. 5 minutes, you're definitely, it works. It starts to work on your body. When you eat it instead, if you ingest it, it will take at least an hour for the whole digestion to process it, so the effects are much later, an hour later, and probably last 2, 3, 4 hours. If you put drops under the tongue, which is my favorite way the way I take them, and I recommend it, you should see the effect within 10 minutes. So it's quite easy to measure if it's actually effective or not. Have you tried CBD? You can get them on the high street in the UK now. You can buy it in Holland & Barrett, you can buy it in Boots, in Superdrug. And some people tell me, which is true, that the CBD oils on the high street are not strong, not very strong. Somebody reminded me that 2 years ago, 2019, somebody got from the shelf, in the high street, CBD oils, and they looked at the 3%, 5%, 10% oils labeled as 3%, 5% strength. They took them to a lab, and some of them had no CBD at all, okay? Not below what's stated on the label, but no CBD at all. But that's a thing of the past, really. The CBD market is getting more and more established. We have 5 years of CBD in the UK, and now they are quite strict. Now all the products need to come to an approved manufacturer. You have to list all your ingredients. You even have to list where you got those ingredients from, and all the products will have to come with a third-party. So basically, you will have an oil collector. Getting better and better to guarantee that you get the right product. Herbastor.uk is what I recommend because it's my business and I selected all those products with the most accurate paperwork, basically. So you get what it says on the tin. I wanted to also tell you about CBD is not, I don't promote it as a cure. Some people make crazy claims that CBD cures cancer and cures diabetes and cures epilepsy. It's also true that there are 2 medicines approved on the NHS and prescribed by doctors in the UK, but there's only 2, and one is for epilepsy, childhood epilepsy, and it's a very rare case where normal traditional drugs don't work. So there is a CBD medicine, a spray, that actually is prescribed. And then there's another CBD medical product that is prescribed to people that go through invasive radiotherapy and chemotherapy, and they have very bad side effects of nausea. So they have a CBD prescribed product to eliminate nausea caused by cancer treatments. I could not sell those products. I'm not qualified. I'm not a doctor. What I do is I promote and sell food supplements, CBD wellness products. So I want to clarify that I am not selling the cure. I am selling food supplements, organic plant extracts that have many potential benefits. Okay. I want to bring to your attention Herbalistica. It's a range of products that are superior to all the other CBD oils that I know. 80% of the CBD oils available in the UK follow the following. It's usually powder, isolated CBD powder from US, usually. Hemp oil, hemp seed oil, which has benefits of omega-3 and omega-6, but no CBD benefits. So you get the CBD powder, and you get from America, and you get the hemp seed oil from traditionally from Bulgaria. For whatever reason, it's cheap there. And then all you get, instead of the hemp oil, you get coconut oil. So you get CBD powder, and then hemp oil from Bulgaria, or coconut oil from India or Australia. And you mix it together, and that's the 80% of the CBDs available in the UK, well-being products. Herbalistica, instead, is a range of organic, one-farm products. It has hemp oil, hemp seed oil, CBD extract. The CBD, this component, is extracted from the flowers of the hemp. You press them or you compress them with CO2 under high pressure, and that's how you extract the CBD oil. But the Herbalistica range has more than just hemp oil and CBD. They have turmeric, because of great anti-inflammatory substance. Then some of them have lavender essential oil. Some of them have frankincense essential oils. Some of them have orange essential oils or lemon essential oils, basil essential oils. Because with Herbalistica, and you can find it at herbalistica.com, with Herbalistica, we really try to help people see benefits, clear benefits in 3 different areas. People try CBD for many things, but I see over my 4 years experience that people come back for more, for another product when they run out, because they see generally benefits dealing with chronic pain, the inflammation, the arthritic pain, and flare-ups. They see benefits for that. They see benefits for sleep, improved sleep, and they see benefits in reduced anxiety. Those 3 things I can see people benefiting from, and the feedback is those 3 things, CBD And these type of products seem to help. More than that, with Herbalistica, we try even from the way we label the products. If you look at the leaflet I've given you, Relief is a product that targets pain. You have, and it has large amounts of CBD and large amounts of turmeric, anti-inflammatory. If you're looking at getting some benefits and some help dealing with sleep, it's easy to choose the product called Relaxed. Relaxed has CBD, turmeric, and lavender essential oil. Lavender has been known for thousands of years to be relaxing and soothing. If you look for mental clarity and focus, there is a product called Focused, and it's there, and it's been formulated especially to help dealing with brain fog, improve memory, and help with mental clarity. The manufacturers in Romania actually suggest that the product Focused from Herbalistica helps with addictions. It turns out that we have the addictions are triggered following quite complicated mechanisms, but and you get into a loop, into a fixation, into an obsession to your addiction. And CBD, just CBD on its own, seems to cut this circuit, this loop, addictive loop. Don't take my word for it. There is enough research being done now, and doctors like Bonnie Goldstein, a US doctor, writes serious books, Cannabis is Medicine. And a book like this you will find on Amazon, everywhere. Just a few chapters, if I am to read the titles. Gives you the basics of the cannabis plant, the endocannabinoid system, and medical symptoms and conditions, arthritis, appetite stimulation, anxiety and depression, attention deficit ADHD, autism spectrum disorder, fibromyalgia, epilepsy, diabetes, cancer, chronic pain and neuropathy. These chapters have these titles because clearly hemp, cannabis sativa, CBD make a positive impact to these conditions. Now, some people say, and I speak to nurses all the time, some of my regular customers are naturopaths and nutritionists and therapists. Some people say, can you make any claims and then prove them with clinical trials? Now, the double-blind placebo clinical trials that are necessary for the medicine prescribed by doctors, those trials take years, decades to be studied, to be researched, to be peer-reviewed, and costs billions of pounds. There is no particular interest from Big Pharma to lead such a budget for a clinical trial on a plant because basically it cannot be patented. Yeah? So if you think about clinical trials are pushed through by large companies at a great cost, because ultimately that cost will be recovered from patenting the product. Now, when it comes to a plant, it's very difficult to patent a plant. So literally, there is no interest in the large-scale clinical trials. What we have so far, we have around 20,000 trials and studies every year with the plant on cannabinoids, on cannabis. but they are small scale, 80 patients, 120 patients, one hospital, one research center. So if you collaborate or corroborate everything, and if you would do a cross-sectional study and you bring all data from separate small studies, you have a lot of evidence-based information to realize potential benefits for a lot of people from these natural plant extracts. What's good about these products is being organic, being natural. It will have less and less side effects. So it is clearly the way forward. We haven't studied this plant for 70 years for legal reasons. Now we're catching up with it, and we are amazed of how many good things come through. If you have any questions, I'm ready to take them. Yeah, are there any contraindications or side effects? CBD is very well tolerated by the body. 2%, 2 to 3% of people using CBD have some side effects of diarrhea or drowsiness. But if you stop using it, you return to normal straight away. Does it interfere with other medication? Up to recently, there was some reservations if people are told by the doctor to avoid eating grapefruit. If you're eating grapefruit, stops the liver, creates some enzymes, and if you have that trouble, if your doctor told you to stop eating grapefruit because you take some certain medication, then for a while said CBD should be the same. So if the doctor tells you not to eat grapefruit, you should not use CBD. But recent studies, early 2021, confirms that the effects on the liver are not detrimental. So even that warning of grapefruit is not coming up anymore as a potential warning sign. They are well tolerated, and the best way to suggest using it, it's a natural product, it's a food supplement, and start low, a drop, a measure, a dose, and increase slow. That's all I can tell you. And you see, if you even compare it, I want to compare it, there's no comparison in the effects, but paracetamols. Paracetamols, if you ever looked at the box, it says use maximum 2 at a time and 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Do not exceed 12 in any 24 hours. So if you actually read the paracetamols leaflet, you realize that you have quite a range there from 2 paracetamols in a day all the way to 12 in a day, because that's what many people find themselves in that range. And with the CBD, it's a little bit the same. Start slow, start with a dose, a drop or 2 drops, once a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. Take stock after 3 or 4 days and add if you feel you see the benefits, or if it's a natural process that you'll find your own sweet spot where it actually works. Another reason why I recommend Herbalistica. I have other products. If you go on herbastore.uk, you will find hemp oils and CBD oils with a pipette at 3% and at 10%, and they're all organic and certified organic. Herbalistica comes with a neater solution. It comes with a pump. So it releases 100 exact doses every time, and it's easier to administer 1 spray or 2 sprays because I have experience where people are getting anxious, not seeing if they put 1 drop or 2 drops under the tongue. I know that with a spray cap and a pump like the Herbalistica range, it's much easier to administer, it's much easier to know how many you take, and it's much easier to increase your dose. I can take more questions. Yeah. CBD is not addictive, and it's not me saying that for the first time or here. It's the World Health Organization that made a statement, one in 2017 and one in 2020. And what they say is CBD is a hemp compound that is not toxic and is not addictive. That's actually a statement in one sentence. So we should listen to that. That's a good confirmation of where we're at with the CBD. THC, it's a different thing. THC is psychoactive, but it's not legal, I repeat, in the UK. So these products, to be legal, and they are, to be compliant, and they have to be below 0.2%. There is a recommended dose, maximum dose in UK on CBD, and is 70 milligrams per day. I have friends, I know people that use a lot more, but the general warning is do not exceed 70 milligrams in a day. And in this type of product with a pump, it's as many as 15 different pumps. 15 pumps in a day, in 24 hours. But the recommendation on the packaging is to use 1 or 2 sprays at a time, 3 times a day. So we are well below in the range of what's considered safe. With Herbalistica, it's not just CBD. We believe in the power of plant extracts and organic oils, not just CBD. CBD, it's here to stay. It's a compound that actually tops our own endocannabinoid system. Anandamide is our own cannabinoid that our own body creates. Our own body creates anandamide, and it's also called the bliss molecule. The first 10 minutes after having sex, our body is full of anandamide. Our muscles are more relaxed. Our mind is a little bit more relaxed, more clear, and that's the effect of our own cannabinoid, anandamide. CBD is a phytocannabinoid, is a plant cannabinoid, very similar to anandamide. And by taking CBD, we top our own endocannabinoid system with cannabinoids, similar to anandamide. I hope you realize that when we talk about CBD, we're not talking about something very strange, very different, very foreign to our body. It's very, very similar to what we need, to what we normally use when we are healthy. I hope you enjoy this talk. Please send me messages, correct me if I made some mistakes in presenting facts or data. And if you have any questions, I'm a good person to ask because I do my research all the time, and I will try to help you with correct information. Thank you. I'm Tavi The Hempman.